The Reproductive Medicine Educational Series presents What You Need to Know About Designated Sperm Donations, assembled by Dr. Tamer Saeed. Compliments of ReproMed, the Toronto Institute for Reproductive Medicine. Let us start by first defining who is a designated sperm donor. He is an individual who provides sperm donations for the reproductive use of a specific recipient and is not an intimate partner. Because he is nominated by the recipient, he is therefore known to her. Why should one consider designated donations as a source for donor sperm? Some of the benefits are that it allows for the offspring and recipient to have a personal relationship with the donor. It is a unique opportunity to nominate your own sperm donor, a person that meets all your expectations. As well, if you are looking for a donor from a specific background that is unavailable from anonymous or open ID lists, this is your chance to nominate your own. Also, if you would like to continue the genetic lineage of your family, you can use a relative of your male or female partner as your donor. Another important reason why you should consider designated donations is that it constitutes the only venue where men, prohibited from being sperm donors, can be included. The semen regulations in Canada prohibit certain men from being sperm donors. Examples of these include men over the age of 40, men in a same-sex relationship, those that resided in the UK, France, or Western Europe between 1980 and 1996. However, these men can participate in an approved designated donor program through a special release process known as DSSAP. Safety surrounding sperm donation is very critical. Following safety procedures prevents you and your baby from acquiring an infectious disease as a result of using donated semen samples. This is best achieved by complying with applicable semen regulations in Canada. It is also important to note that if a designated donation is not compliant with the semen regulations, it cannot be used in a fertility clinic here in Canada. This practice helps to ensure patient safety and the health of the offspring. How is safety achieved? It is best achieved by following safety and compliance guidelines set by the regulations, as well as following best practice policies. In addition, there is a mandatory requirement to test for infectious and genetic diseases. These measures can only be guaranteed by using an authorized donor semen processor. Quality of the donated sample is of equal importance. Sperm quality should be tested and confirmed to ensure the most successful outcome. Since donated samples can be used in different procedures, the actual quality needed may vary. In cases where the samples may be compromised, techniques are available to circumvent deficiencies. Let's review the flow of the designated donation. It starts with a physician or self-referral. The donor is invited for an initial safety and quality evaluation. If the results are acceptable, samples are collected and placed in quarantine for 6 months. During this time, the recipient consultation takes place. Detailed information about the results are provided, and the different methods to use the samples are discussed. At the end of the quarantine period, the screen is repeated, and if the results are satisfactory, the samples could be released and shipped to the recipient's clinic. Some details about the designated donation timeline. Donors are usually scheduled within 1 week from referral. The number of donor visits will vary, between 1 and 5. Donation plans make special considerations for non-resident donors to help minimize travel time. The overall process takes 7 to 8 months to complete. A typical designated donor application. It results in a total of 10 to 15 semen vials. These donated samples can be used to establish more than one pregnancy. It's important to note that the designated donor application is 50% less expensive compared to the cost of open ID donor vials. It also includes consents and agreements that define the role of the donor and the extent to his involvement during and after the donation. This important component prevents an unwarranted future claim. Choosing the right sperm bank. You should look for a sperm bank that has an established designated donor program, is authorized by Health Canada as a donor semen processor, and has significant experience in processing designated donor applications. In addition, they should be capable of processing special release applications, the DSSAP, offer consents and agreements that define the role of the donor and recipient, and finally, have safe sample storage systems to protect the specimens during the process. For more information on this and other reproductive services, visit www.repromed.ca. ReproMed, helping dreams come true for over 20 years.